Hello, welcome to the radio and television station, and I'm Katri. Here comes the local news. Yesterday, Deputy Prime Minister Lê Văn Thành chaired an online meeting with members of Steering Committee of Long Thanh International Airport project to check the progress of the project implementation. Reported at the meeting, Mr. Vũ Thế Việt, General Director of ACV, said that up to now, contractors have dug, filled and transported over 12 million cubic meters of land out of a total of more than 110 million cubic meters that had to be excavated and transported. For constituent free invested by ACV by June 18th, 90% of the drawings, station design, 60% of runway design drawings will be completed. In July, it will be submitted to the ministries for appraisal and approval to be able to bid and start construction of station body in October and start construction of the runway in the fourth quarter of 2022. Regarding compensation and ground clearance, Dona has basically completed the handover of an area of 1,810 hectares of priority area in Phase 1. However, the overall progress is still slow compared to the requirements. In particular, the site leveling package after 4 months of commencement completes 10% of the volume. Therefore, ACV must focus more on directing and operating, immediately replacing contractors who do not guarantee progress. Deputy Prime Minister requested to be determined for Long Thanh International Airport to inaugurate and put into operation Phase 1 in 2025 on schedule. The U.S. Department of Treasury has just issued a report on macroeconomic and foreign exchange policies of major U.S. trading partners, which continues to consider the main trading partners on the basis of three criteria: bilateral trade surplus with the U.S., current account surplus, and one-sided foreign exchange market intervention. The report states that Vietnam meets the criteria set forth by the U.S. Department of Finance, which is a trade surplus in goods and services with the U.S. in 2021 at $90 billion. The U.S. Department of Finance continued to acknowledge Vietnam's progress and highly appreciated the management of monetary and exchange rate policies by the State Bank of Vietnam in resolving concerns of the U.S. side and maintaining the stabilization of financial, monetary, and macroeconomic markets in the context of many difficulties and challenges. Yesterday, the Farmer Association of the Nguyen District honored the 5th Talented Farmers Contest 2022. At the contest, the teams in turn went through 4 sessions. Teams showed their creativity and characteristics in their exams, integrating propaganda on the party and state policies and policies with environmental protection, building new rural areas, and reducing poverty. The team also mentioned the activities of protecting the legitimate rights and interests of farmers in the limitation of supervision, social criticism, the elimination of outdated custom, the construction of rural infrastructure. The contest is an opportunity for officials and members to exchange and learn experiences in production and business. Russia's Defense Ministry said on Monday it would open a humanitarian corridor so that civilians trapped in Azot chemical plant, the last entrenched base of Ukrainian forces in Severodonetsk, fighting in the hotspot of hostilities in Lugansk province, had a chance to live safely. The humanitarian corridor will take effect from 8 a.m. on June 15, Moscow time, 12 a.m. Hanoi time to 8 p.m. on the same day, according to RIA Novosti. Ukraine had earlier proposed opening a humanitarian corridor for civilians trapped in Azot plants to move to a neighboring city of Lysychansk, which is still controlled by Ukraine. However, Russia dismissed the possibility, fearing that Ukrainian troops would also have a chance to leave. Russia's humanitarian corridor ends in the northern city of Svatovo, which is held by separatists and Russia. As for the entrenched Ukrainian servicemen, the Russian side insists that all option is to surrender. Moscow is committed to ensure their lives and observing own course of conduct for prisoners of war under Geneva Convention. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said last night that Ukrainian military was suffering heavy losses in Severodonetsk and Kharkov province. The Telegram channel of Zelensky's office said that heavy fighting was taking place in Severodonetsk and nearby areas. The president of Ukraine admitted that armed forces of Ukraine were suffering painful losses. He called for hold strong, saying that holding strong there in the Donbass is critically essential. In addition, President Zelensky acknowledged the great losses in Kharkov province. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and goodbye.